who's, his shul is here anyway. He's not here, but the shul is here. But he was one of the greatest. This is one of the most.
Where is he being? He passed away en route in Salonika, or where did he pass away?
I'm not sure.
He didn't make it to.
I don't think he made it.
This was written with the first one.
It was the second one.
The second one was the one that was the teacher of
Where was he?
They were both in Spain, but this one that was short to see
The second one that didn't write this? Could be there are a few different, versions of the story.
It's one of the most
one of the most accepted compilations of Midrushim, and basically that's what he did. He organized and compiled all of the different, a tremendous amount of the Midrushim and Agadata from the Gemara about various Musar subjects, and put it all into one place where it's very accessible and very organized. So we've been talking till now a lot about we were talking basically about the Yetzer Hara, how to fight the Yetzer Hara, and all the Takanas of Chazal, and we're talking specifically about sexual types of temptations. So now he's talking about another aspect. He says, "Kol nistakel b'yom hadin," that anybody who looks at really contemplates and thinks about the idea of the Yom Hadin, the day of judgment. So he's going to be able, with that, that's going to help him to control his Yetzer Hara and his Taivas. And he won't come to do an Aveira. Moshe Mesechus Ovos says, like in Mesechus Ovos, the Kavi Mahal Oimer, the Lifnei Mi'ata Usilitim Din V'Cheshbon. If a person looks at three things, he's going to come to an Aveira. And one of those things is that he should have in mind from in front of whom is he going to eventually give a Din V'Cheshbon, a Cheshbon. So he's going to go through a lot of this idea of Cheshbon. And Cheshbon is the idea of an accounting. In other words, a person has to know that he's accountable for every single thing he does. Just today I was talking with a cab driver who was complaining about different nisyonis he has, different agmas nefesh, different suffering that he has to go through during the course of the day. Plus, I think people take advantage of him and has to do things he doesn't get paid for it, this and that. There's a lot of frustrations. So I was telling him, but he himself said, that a Rav told him that everything is specifically, there's an accounting for every detail, and everything the person goes through in their lives is for a reason. We don't know what the cheshbon is, but there is a cheshbon, there is an accounting. And I told him, just to give him a little chizik, with this idea that any suffering we go through in this world is worth a tremendous amount in Olam Haba. Because even the Chazal say that even to the extent of if a person puts his hand in his pocket wanting to take out like a $20 bill, instead it only comes out a $10 bill, that itself is a kapora for Averis. That's enough to make a kapora. It's enough to be an atonement. So that, and because in this world, this frustration is taken very seriously. But Gekiyav is full of this idea that there's all written down. There's a cheshbon, there's an accounting, and nothing's for free, and nothing's for no reason. Everything has a specific reason for it. So, but that's a chizik, because the person knows that Hashem is watching and Hashem keeps track, and if I really am sincere about wanting to do the right thing, that he'll turn things around for my own good, even if it doesn't look like it. So anyway, so that's okay. The Kasina B'Nesach L'Pasur, Perek HaMoich L'Sespina. Omer Rabbi Shmuel Bar Nachmuni, Omer Rabbi Yochanan. So he's going to have a commentary word by word on the psikim in the midbar, that this song that they said, that the Moishlim said, Boy Cheshbon, that we should let's make a Cheshbon. Let's figure out this accounting. HaMoishlim el HaMoishlim b'Yitzram. So the Moishlim, who are these Moishlim? He says what Moishlim could be, the pundits or the poets or whoever they are that are giving this up. And he says Moishlim is the people. Moishlim is a lesson of being Moishel HaYitzram, controlling your own Yetzer Hara. So these are the tzaddikim that are able to control the Yetzer Hara. How do they do it? So they're giving like an eitzah, good advice how to do this. So he says Boy Cheshbon. They say, come, let's make an account. Let's make a cheshbon here. Let's make an accounting. Let's look at the big picture. Make an accounting for what's going on on the global scale. Hefsed mitzvah keneged schura, schar aveda keneged hefseda. So that's the cheshbon we're making is to measure to take into account, it's like a balance sheet. You know, that taking the what do they call it? The profits against the losses, right? You have to make an accounting of how much is what you're going to lose by doing this, what you're going to sacrifice by doing a mitzvah, against the reward that you're going to have for doing it. And on the other hand, to compare what do they call it, the immediate gratification that you get from doing an aveda compared to the hefsed of the punishment that you're going to ultimately get for that done that aveda. So you start to make that kind of a question, because what's the cheshbon talking about? You're talking about taking a worldly sum as opposed to a eternal sum. So how can you compare the two? You're talking about something that's only limited to this world for a very, very limited time, and even if it would last your whole lifetime, but it doesn't, because the momentary momentary benefit you get from doing it there is not, doesn't last, and whatever you suffer by doing it also doesn't last. So as opposed to something that's very, very lasting, both in terms of the punishment and the reward. So when you make a simple cheshbon like that, the whole thing doesn't make sense. It doesn't stem with the seichel. What's the idea of making a cheshbon? You're invoking the seichel. You're taking it out of the level of an impulsive action. You'll go out and do something, and without thinking about it. You're starting to think about it. And once you start to think about something, once you start to turn on the seichel, the moichin, you start to bring that into the picture, then all of a sudden the whole thing doesn't make sense. And you can pull yourself back, and you can make, this is the only way to control the Yetzer. The Yetzer Tov is trying to get you to do something right away. Don't think, just do it. You see it all over the place. Just do it. They're trying to get you just don't think. And start this, because as soon as you start to think about it, you think twice and you think, does it make sense? This doesn't make sense. As long as you believe that there is such a thing as Olam Haba. If you believe it's only this world, then you're in trouble. And then you're in trouble for lots of reasons. Because as we see from Koheles, the whole cheshbon doesn't make sense. Because the things that you're striving for in this world also have no kiyum. So then a person gets to total depression, because if you only look at this world without a cheshbon of the next world, the whole world doesn't make sense at all. So you can only make sense out of the world if you take consideration as a big picture involving the Olam Haba as well. So then, once you start to think about Olam Haba, then it takes you out of the domain of the Yitzhak. Also says that the same thing we also learned last week. There's a Zohar from last week's parasha. It talks about what does it mean that Hashem took us out of Mitzrayim? He took us out of the domain of the Yetzer Hara and the Sitra and put us into His domain. So instead of us being slaves to the materialism and everything of the Yetzer Hara, now He put us into a position that we're naturally ben choyim, free, because we're slaves to Hashem, who's the ultimate freedom. So it was by putting ourselves into the domain of Hashem, under the protection of Hashem and in His team, so to speak. Now we've been taken out of the whole problem of Gashmias. We're not trapped in that limited framework anymore. We're all of a sudden elevated into a limitless framework. So now that Hashem elevated us by becoming His slaves, we became actually free. Whereas Paroi, who didn't know about anything other than materialism, was totally a slave to materialism. So he was the real slave, and we, coming out of that, we became free. So that's the idea. It says that in Mitzrayim we were slaves of slaves. We were slaves to slaves. When we came out of that, we became slaves. We became free. So it says, so it says, Tibuna Vesikoini. So then it says that it will be built and established. What does it mean? That if you do this, not only will we have the Olam Haba, it means that you will be established, you will be built up in this world, and also you will be established for Olam Haba. So the schar of Olam Haba is double. We get double schar. We get it in this world and we get it in the other world as well. Because even it says there are certain mitzvahs that we do get schar for in Olam Haba as well. A few more minutes, okay? Ir sichoin. Okay, so what does that mean? In meisim udam atzma ka'ayir zesh mahalach asikunua maxi v'achla ki eish yotza mechash. So So he says that the ish comes out from the Tashmi. He's saying that the Yetzer Hara wants to follow anything that sounds nice. It's like anything that shines, right? He thinks that that's gold. So it's like a donkey that if somebody is talking to it, talking to it nicely, it'll follow them. Doesn't know who he's following, whatever. It's talking nice, so I'll follow. So people have a nice sprach, or they're convincing, or they're good advertisers, whatever it is. That the Yetzer Hara will lead you in their path. Whereas it says, so if a person does that, then ultimately there's going to be Eish Yotzer Cheshbon. That then a fire is going to come out because he's not making a cheshbon. The cheshbon is coming out of fire for the people that don't make a cheshbon. Okay, because he's not making a cheshbon. He's just following something because it sounds nice. Then he's going to lead him to their Shabbos. And then he says, Lahova Mikirias Sichon, Mikirias Hatzadikim, Mikirias Sichon. So he's talking about that this flame is going to come out from the tzaddikim. I'm not sure exactly what he means by that. Why exactly coming out from the tzaddikim? There's a few possible explanations. You could say that the tzaddikim, because of that it says that whenever a tzaddik is in a place, so the people that aren't up to his level, it highlights, in a sense, the chesroinus, the failings of the people that are near him. Because before there was a tzaddik there was nobody to compare him to. But now there's a tzaddik that they compare them against, now their true level is revealed. So it's all relative, relatively speaking. So the person could be on the top. There are a few examples of that. Even Loit in Stoim, because there he was a big tzaddik, but against Abraham was nothing. But also there was by Yuya Nuvi, there was a woman who was refining him, and as long as she was the biggest tzaddikas there, it was nothing. As soon as he came, so it kind of exposed that she was on a relatively low level, so she was afraid of that. There's a few examples of it. So it could be that's the idea that when there's a tzaddik there, that leads to more punishment for the Rishuim. But he says that Ochla ar moyav, so that's a person who goes against who goes according to the Yetzer Hara. Bale bomas arnu, gasi ariyah. Bomas is a reference to something high. So people hold themselves to be high. The niram, Omer Rosha ein ram. The Rosha says that there is nothing higher. That there is no kafir baker. There's no Hashem. Over cheshbon, there is no cheshbon. So it says that we drink and be merry because before we die, which by the way is a pasuk in Yeshaya. No, so the Goyim didn't make that up.
Can you repeat it? Can you repeat the same?
Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. That's a pasuk. Ad divoin, hamtin ad shivodin. So it says to these people that are finally now. Wait until the din, eventually it's gonna catch up with you because he's dying. The nusim ad noifach ad shetetzel eish she'edet tzricha napach, until a fire comes out that doesn't need a bellows to inflame it. It's going to be a very big fire. Until he does what he wants to do. So this is a reference to the idea that, which he brings out here, this concept that why was the Dora Mabul? Why was the Mabul such a terrible thing? Because the whole time that the Rishuim, the Dora Mabul, were doing their stuff, Hashem didn't do anything. Everything was good, everything was fine. There was nothing to let out the steam. There was nothing to release the pressure that was building up from all these aveiros they were doing. So eventually, by the time the Peleus came, it was an explosion. It was like a huge, it was like gas that was building up and building up and building up. The pressure was so great that it just destroyed the whole world. Whereas the course of history since then has been more, local types of things, smaller different things that have been, until the Holocaust, pretty global. But other than that, it's been more or less, things that have been slowly releasing so it doesn't build up all at one time. So it's actually a chesed that Hashem does, small things as opposed to allowing it to do. But all of what he's saying here is that a person that lives his whole life without a cheshbon, or believing, or in Dafka, especially if he says that there is no cheshbon, and he said then it's going to eventually catch up with him that Hashem's going to have patience, ad kan. But when the din comes, it could be a very, So the Mishra from there is that again, as we saw here, the whole solution is bring in the Moichin to the picture. First of all, don't get so despaired, desperate, or so disillusioned, or so completely, yish, that you feel like there's no hope. That's also coming from a lack of cheshbon and a lack of moichin. Now, on the other hand, don't fall into chas v'shalom epicourses and start to either have tinus on Hashem or claim that there is no Hashem, because that's also coming from a place of no moichin. You have to bring in, seek and ask Hashem for the intellect and seek the intellect to be able to bring back, because that leads to more stability. That's the idea of intellect, of bringing down the moichin, is a stability and an illumination which can eventually dispel the darkness. Otherwise, the koifis atzilya and the chitzonim are constantly trying to overtake us from all angles. They're trying to, it's a war going on. So they're trying to get these reactions like this down. And the only way to counteract that is to appeal to Hashem, make a